Hello and welcome to Mumbai se Manchester. If you have not subscribed yet and do like the content, please consider subscribing. United play Aston Villa at Old Trafford, with United currently placed second at 30 points and Villa placed at fifth with 26 points, having played a game less than the host. Aston Villa have been in superb form this season, keeping a solid balance between offense and defense, scoring 28 goals and conceding only 14. Currently the second best defense in the league behind Manchester City. United, though, should not be bothered by Aston Villa's current form and take the game to them. Let's check out how Ole's men can set up both in attack and defense and get another 3 points in the bag. Given Villa's style, we are expecting a fairly open game, with both teams seeing plenty of the ball. United, though, should play its natural game, which is of attacking the opponent right from the word go. However, let's take a look at a couple of ways we can actually hurt them. Without the ball, Villa tend to go super compact in defense, with fullbacks tucking in close to the centre backs. This positional play is likely to leave space on the wings, which United should take advantage of. These spaces on the wings could be utilized to rotate the ball in form of triangles, as if inviting the opponent's players to gain possession. If we are able to pull this off effectively, the next step would be to get a quick incisive pass or cross targeting an on-rushing striker, winger, or one of our central midfielders. This same tactic can be utilized on the right wing, but the possibility of that happening is a bit low given Wan Bissaka's reluctance to attempt an early cross or a pass. However, if that happens, this will certainly be a surprise element which Villa might find difficult to handle. Villa's back four are set up to zonally mark in a set piece situation and are confined to the 6-yard box, as seen in this example against Southampton. In such a situation, it is crucial that the delivery has the right pace, height, and the drop location. Ward Prowse, who is an expert with dead ball situations, delivers the ball right at the edge of the 6-yard box. Southampton's players, knowing fully well Southampton's players, who are fully aware of Villa's zonal marking, stay close to the edge of the 6-yard box and charge only when the ball is closer. With Mings and Konsa confined to their zones, Vestergaard is able to overpower McGinn easily and direct his header into the net. This can be a perfect opportunity for our set piece takers as well. We can explore this case during the game and see if we can pull one off. With Maguire, McTominay, and Bailly in the ranks, this would be an opportunity worth exploiting. Now let's take a look at what we can expect from Villa in attack. We certainly can expect a fluid attack from them with good balance on either wings. However, Grealish being the star player, he would be the one to watch out for. Watkins is their target man, and Villa tend to cross a lot from both the flanks. They currently have 242 crosses, the second highest number, just one behind Leeds United. As seen here, we can expect a quick interchange between Villa's wingers and fullbacks, and a quick cross targeting one of their wide men or Watkins at the far post. United's backline, including the midfielders, will have to watch out for early crosses coming in and deal with them efficiently if we really want to keep a clean sheet. A quick look at the team news for United. Lindelof is still unavailable due to the back injury he sustained. Cavani will be serving a 3-game suspension because of his Instagram post. Besides that, rest of the players choose themselves. This game is much suited for a double pivot of Fred and McTominay. The Pogba and Van de Beek will be options available off the bench. With Cavani suspended, front four selection seems straightforward, and we expect Martial, Rashford, Mason, and Bruno to form that front four. As for Villa, they have the same backline of Martinez, Mings, House, Cash, Target, followed by Luis and McGinn in the central midfield for most of the season. As for the front four, Grealish, El Ghazi, Traore, and Watkins are highly likely to start. There is a possibility of Barkley starting ahead of Traore, with El Ghazi switching to the left, but we don't expect a significantly different side. For United to win this game, Bai, Bruno, and Fred will be key. Bai specifically, as he will likely have to deal with the pace and trickery of Grealish on the left. Bruno has scored a total of 43 goals plus assists for United in the 43 games that he has featured, which shows his immense contribution to the team's form. Fred, once again, would be key in breaking play and getting the ball forward, moving quickly as soon as possible. As for score predictions, we are predicting a 3-1 win for United, hoping we continue the streak and keep up with Liverpool. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you like the content. Do let us know your thoughts about the tactical analysis and ensure to like, share, and subscribe to Mumbai Se Manchester.